Hey guys, Wolvie here, and welcome back to the channel. As always, the usual disclaimer, any opinion here is mine and mine alone. This is a bit of a video log slash life update video for the new year, so happy 2024. I hope everybody had a safe and prosperous, wonderful New Year's Eve celebration, so I'm going to jump straight into it without any delay. Regarding life updates, so regarding my job, for the most part, things overall has gotten somewhat under control, so I should be able to, make more content for the channel. Emphasis on should, because things could very well change in any moment, and I really just cannot make a promise I can't keep. So that's why I'm like, you know what, I should be able to. I don't know if it's going to be reality or not. So I should be able to make more content for the channel because, things at work, for the most part has sorted itself out. I mean, I honestly don't know how long that's going to last, if I had to be completely honest. Another thing is that I am planning on going back to the gym in a little bit today. The plantar fasciitis, which I had in my left foot, I've been able to get that under control, with stretching, taking painkillers when needed, so on and so forth. And before I go into this any further, Sandy says hi. You kind of heard the meow in the back a little while ago. But he does say hi. Say hi, Sandy. Huh? Say hi. Don't you want to say hi to your fans? There you go. I had to make sure Sandy got some loving. He does this a lot, believe it or not. Anywho, now with some of the content I have coming up, I do have a couple of lengthier videos, coming up soon. I'm hoping for one of them towards the end of this month, and the one that's towards the end of this month, which is I've kind of hinted at this. It's the longer version of the DeFo approaching end of service. I want to make sure I spend as much time, with additional research as possible, meaning that I get sources for some information correctly, so that way I don't go about spreading misinformation. It seems like Sandy really wants my attention right now. And I think he agrees with me on that. Anywho. So the longer version of the DeFo going end of service, and to reiterate that the end of service for DeFo is the end of February of this year, 2024. So it's coming up, and I want to make sure I have a longer video with more information, and then my personal thoughts on some aspects of it, as well as my personal thoughts on Square Enix, their decision making, if that makes any sense. So that's one video. There is one product review coming up. I'm hoping to get started on filming that as soon as I get this video posted to the channel. Now, the reason why is I want to get started on that one right away is because in the product review, because it's I'm going to do it in two completely different recording sessions. The first recording session will be just giving information about the company, the products, so on and so forth. And then the second recording session, with my personal review on it. And when it comes to the product reviews I've done for this channel, it's no surprise that they are not sponsored. I don't do sponsorships because it's I really don't have the energy to be all kiss booty on that, if that makes any sense. That's just not my style. And if I were to do a product review, I'd just rather shelling out my own money for it and then be as straight up and honest about it as possible. You really want to be a part of this video, don't you, Sandy? Don't you? So, and the reason why I wanted to do two separate recording sessions for the product reviews, because that way, I'm like, it gives me time to like really think about like all the. It's a food product. It's like a food type esque product. And I want to make sure I have enough time, to really sit down, like think about the flavors, and make sure that what I give out information-wise is factual and correct. So that's been on that. So I actually have a Ruby video, like I'm mentally planning out, because I caught some stuff on Twitter not so long ago, and I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't concerning, because it kind of is. And this is going to be done in advance for the Volume 9 Revisited. And speaking of the Volume 9 Revisited, I'm going to do one continuous video, but it's going to be 10 separate recording sessions. The reason why I'm going to go that route for the 10 separate recording sessions but one video is because, the whole thing with Rooster Teeth and the changes they made to first membership, it's like, I'm going to pay for it, do the first membership so I can see it, be more like, I wouldn't say more critical, but more like, get into like some of the finer details. And I'm just hoping that the Revisited would change my mind on some stuff. Although Twitter, X being that, it's like, it's not really like doing much in sense of changing my mind on that. So I do have a Ruby video, like, that's going to be done in advance in sense of like the Volume 9 Revisited. So, but in the Volume 9 Revisited, like I just said just now, it's going to be 10 separate recording sessions, one for each chapter. And that's down that. And then the video I'm going to do in advance for the Volume 9 Revisited, like I said, some stuff I've seen here and there on social media, it's got me a little bit concerned personally. I'm also going to address the deleted scene from Volume 9. And granted, that part's gonna, that whole aspect of sense of like the deleted scene Volume 9, yeah, is really late, but I want to make sure my head is in the right space to do a video on that, because I do have a couple of things to say about that here and there, but I wanted to make sure I'm like not all like and I regret doing the video later. So I'd rather, let me simmer everything, let me absorb everything, and that way it gives me time to get my thoughts together. Because I'd rather do a video where it's like my thoughts are more together than they are not. Now, I have to look into my notebook where it's like I do stuff that's not Ruby. I have to look into that, and I have to figure out, okay, are there any other things I need to get working on in the sense of like creation? If I do, I have to, focus, getting my thoughts together on that. If I don't, then hey, I could just go ahead and start filming. But it's a bit of a like, I need to look into that notebook, and then I also go into the notebook for the Ruby stuff. It's like I have to get the stuff for the stuff that's not really tied to Volume 9. I have to get those notes together. And unfortunately, the whole thing going back with my work schedule is that I'm in a position now where it's like I can actually do some videos for the channel, and it's like I'm really grateful for that, especially the work schedule, the injury that I've had for a few months. I'm more rested, ready to go, going back to the gym in a little bit. It's just that I'm just hoping that 2024 for me personally is just more good than bad, considering the state of the world in the multiple ways. And to finish that, I'm going to hit who is saying hi to everybody. Now with that, Sandy and I are done with this video. With Wolfie here signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.